Okay, so you want a Gmail account or a Google account. Let's get started. First thing that you want to do is you want to open up your Internet Explorer of choice. And I've opened up Windows Explorer. If your Windows Explorer did not take you immediately to Google as your home page, just type in the address bar up here, www.google.com. Now, this would be your Google home page. First thing that you can do is you can go to the Google tab right here at the Gmail. And since we don't have an account, all we need to do is sign up for a Gmail account. We click sign up for a Gmail account, and let's fill in the information. First thing you want to do is fill out your name, first name and last name, desired logon, FBCA, men's group. Okay, we check the name for that, and guess what? FBCA men's group is available, and now all we have to do is choose a password. So in this case, we'll just choose the password, and it says the password is good. Type it in twice. You can say, remember me on this computer, and then you want to choose a security question. My recommendation is write your own security question, and simply write a question here that only you would know. What was your first car? And in my case, it was a Maverick. You give it a secondary email address. Now, this email address is simply as if you forget your password or what have you, they can send you your password. So then you have to do the word verification. They want to make sure that you're not a robot. So in this case, we say that looks like a DEMATICKI is what it looks like to me. Read the terms of service or agreement and click accept. And that should do it. Now you have a Gmail account. You can go ahead and say, show me my account right here. Click on show me my account. And it's logging you into your Gmail for the very first time. Now, for me, one of the things I like to do is let's send an email right away to ourselves. So this is going to show you what your Gmail account looks like. This is my first email. Hello, self. This is my first email. Signed, FBCA, men's group at gmail.com. Now we just click send, and off that email goes. Now you have a Gmail account. This has just opened up a world for you. Gmail has calendars. As a matter of fact, any email that you receive that has a date in it, you will actually see that come up in Gmail, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, we've just received an email from O.V. Carroll, and it says, let's meet tomorrow morning. Now, if you hover over, if they have a picture on my account, you'll actually see that photograph come in. And by the way, this will get added into your contacts list. So this is really great. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on this email, and we open it up. Now, Google is smart enough that it knows that inside this email, it looks like there is a date involved. So March 15th at 2 p.m. And you can see over here on the side of the calendar that it says, hey, would you like to add this appointment to your calendar? If we choose add to calendar, it's going to open up our calendar. And since this is our first time, it wants to ask us some questions such as what is our name and where are we located and what is our time zone. That way it gets all of our time zones correct. Okay, and we say continue. This now takes us to our calendar. You can see that it automatically puts in our meeting appointment, meet at church. That's what they had said. When, it puts the date. It gives an approximate hour. This appointment doesn't repeat, but if this was an appointment like our men's Bible study that we wanted to meet bi-weekly or what have you, we could choose that. And then where, it asks us where would we like to meet. We could map this out if it gave an address, and if we flip back over to our email, we can see that the address is listed there. So if we just copy that out of the address, go back to our email, we can put in the address, which is Alexandria. Now what it'll do is it'll actually map that for us. Voila, just by clicking on Map It. Isn't that great? So we'll go ahead and close that. And a description. Meeting of the FBCA Men's Group. All right. You have plenty of options. You can come down here and say, email me. You can see this drop-down box. Email me, let's say 30 minutes prior to the appointment. You can also set up another email, let's say 1 day prior. You mark yourself as busy. Do you want this to be a default event, a private event, or a public event? I'll just leave it as default, which means people can see it. And here you can even invite guests from your address book. Just choose contacts. It opens up your little contact book, and you can see I only have one email or one contact in my email account right now for FBC Men's Group, and that's Ovi Carroll because I received an email from him. So let's invite Ovi Carroll. That we've done. We choose Done, and now we can save our changes. Would you like to send Ovi Carroll, your guests, an invitation? Say sure. Send that invitation off. It saves it, and now guess what? Our event has been created. We can even have a little discussion group. We can discuss this event, add comments. I think this is going to be a great meeting as long as Greg brings food, and post the comment. Okay, we save changes and we're done. We can actually close this window now. And when we go and take a look at our calendar, if I come back here and click on our calendar, it opens up our calendar, and we should be able to see there's the week of the 15th. You can already see that the appointment is in there. When I click on that appointment, it gives us the appointment, the time, who has responded, and any comments that we've added and when they were added. Just fantastic. So that's the Google Calendar. Now, when we look at our email, Google was smart enough to read our email and know that it had an appointment that we needed to possibly add to our calendar and gave us that option. But it also saw that we had an address of Table Talk. And right over here, you can see the little mapping tool. It says, would you like for us to map this address? And it's pulled it right out of our email. If we click on that, it will open up the Google Maps, show us our area that we were talking about, and we can zoom in. This is the satellite view right over here. We can choose to the regular map view. We can zoom right in, change back to satellite view, and you can see how we're zooming in. And if that's not a good enough view of Table Talk, you see right here it says Street View. We can just click on Street View and take a look at this. Now we're at street level, and we can look all around, and this is actually Table Talk where we were talking about going. And you can just navigate all around. You can see the Whole Foods store right there, and you can zoom in and out. See people walking on the street, cars all the way around. And as a matter of fact, if we wanted, so we're back at the Table Talk. If we wanted to just walk down the street a little bit, we could just click on these little arrows, and look here, we're just walking right down the street. And we can see exactly everything on the street at the street level. This is called the Street View level. Very, very neat. And there's Table Talk again. Isn't that great? All right, so we'll close that. That shows us, we can go back to our inbox, and that shows us our Gmail. Now, one other thing is Gmail gives you can see 7 gigabyte of storage space right here. Gmail is giving you 7 gigabyte immediately. You don't have to erase any emails whatsoever. But to keep them organized, you can select the email after you've read them and say archive. Now what that's going to do is that's going to take it out of your main view here. You see we got rid of it. But if we ever wanted to search for that email again, we can come up to this search bar and we can type in anything about that email. For instance, if we typed in Ovi, you'll see there's all the emails that it came up with Ovi. And you can see we click here, hello self, this is my first email. We go back to our search results and we can see let's meet tomorrow. There's our meeting. And it will be able to choose all that. As a matter of fact, if we typed in table talk, it would also find that same email, let's meet tomorrow. Look at there. And it's highlighting exactly what you were looking for. So back to your inbox. This is Gmail. It can do so many things. When you want to create an email, you simply come up here to compose email. You choose compose email, type in the addresses, who you want to send it to. If you've already sent it to them before and they're in your contact book, you can see as soon as we create the email, it knows, hey, you've used this email address before. It asks you if you'd like to auto-complete it. You just choose it, and there you go. Give it a subject, special. Sorry if I could type. And this is my special email to my friends. And Gmail allows you to use different colors. So you can see I just colored that. You can increase the size of the text, make it larger, or if you have somebody that's can't read very well, you can increase the size completely to huge. Now look at there. Bold. You can highlight, make sure that they really see that email. Bold messages to my friends. Anything that you want to do, Gmail can do. It's just a wonderful thing. It also checks spelling for you. Go ahead and check my spelling. It says nothing was spelled wrong. If we would have spelled friends wrong, check spelling. It notices that, friends is spelled wrong, and it asks you, would you like to fix this? Let's go ahead and fix it, and we're done. And then just hit send. Off it goes.